we're all friends here. It's no secrets.
I mean, that's at risk now.
That we're friends.
Yeah, the way you guys are playing, I just feel so bitter.
Well, let's get into that.
We got harsh.
It's time for another episode of the Flying Bison Podcast. Last week was a doozy, and we will jump into that. Good stuff. I have an announcement up top, though. It's a very exciting announcement. I was uploading Friday's episode, and I was looking at how many episodes we have, and I was like, this is our 90th episode. What we're doing right now is our 90th episode, which is wild to me that we've been doing this for 90 episodes. And that's not all Avatar, right? Like, we've done some other things in between there, but still to get to 90 is crazy. But that also means that we're just 10 episodes away from 100 episodes, which is a feat. I think that's a huge feat.
Yeah.
And so we want to do something big for our 100th episode. And we haven't nailed down the details of that yet. But as soon as we do, we're going to announce it. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a celebration. 100 episodes. Come celebrate with us. You can help us by following us on Twitch. Some of the plans that we're wanting to make happen, we need at least 50 followers on Twitch in order to do that. So even if you don't watch us, even if you don't use Twitch, just subscribe to our channel. Just get us those followers. It doesn't matter. You don't have to watch us on Twitch. But having 50 followers, well, here, I'll say this. We'd love to do like a charity donation thing. And to do some of that stuff, we need 50 followers. We need to be affiliation with Twitch. And in order to be an affiliate, we need at least 50 followers. So we would love to do some type of charity thing. So if you can help us out that way, that'd be great to follow us on Twitch.
You heard the GM.
You heard me. I will not repeat myself again. That's a lie.
I can follow us on Twitch.
You can, please.
Yeah. Are you guys not?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't do anything on Twitch, but now I will. That's at least what, 4 or 5 of us who aren't following us on Twitch already. Sorry. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Come on, Steve.
What is a Twitch anyway? Yep.
I have something else that I have to talk about too. It's very sad.
Oh no.
We are on video now. And I can't believe that no one told me I was getting so many gray hairs in my beard.
I don't see it.
I can't see those.
I mean, they're too small for me.
I did just shave, but they're there. I just shaved right before I came down, and I was looking at my beard, and I was like, when did I get so old?
Do you not think it looks good?
I think it looks very distinguished, but
okay, good.
It's just a surprise. I just every day I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, who is this 30-year-old? That
I've been there. When you are not used to seeing gray hairs on yourself and then you see them for the first time, it's jarring.
Well, and I've seen them before. It's just so many.
Oh, so then I have no sympathy for you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Also, I'm like,
what is this?
Younger than you, and I don't know. I've been getting gray hairs in my head. Like,
I will say, I started to get a lot more gray hairs once I had a kid. So don't have a child if you don't want gray hairs.
Actually, just don't have children.
That's
this is
correlation.
That's humanity's done. We're done. Just stop.
Look, it's not your moral prerogative as a human to procreate. All right.
No, it's not. I wasn't trying to insinuate that. But I'm just saying everyone's done now. So we're like humanity is just.
I'm just saying you don't have to have a kid. I'm with you.
It's like a good old like children of men type society.
Oh gosh. I'm not. I am not. Does anyone else feel old?
Every day.
Yeah. What?
So I started working out again like 3 weeks ago,
Nice.
And one of the things that I did notice very significantly was the lack of bounce back after the first workout. Like I always,
yes,
I've always had intermittent, like seasonal, like opportunities to work out. And I'm like, I'm going to do it this time, and then I do it for a stint, and then life happens, and then I don't, and that's how it's been. And so each of those times, you take every few years or whatever, I noticed the lag. And the lag was very serious this time. And I worked out so gently the first time after, not being in a workout rhythm. And the next day I was like, I am dead. This is the end.
This is the end.
I cannot. And it took like 5 days to feel more normalish, especially like just like this area of the tricep right here. I was like, anytime I tried to reach for things, I was like, what is happening? So
I'm dying.
But yeah, I'm doing better now that I'm, more consistent. But
peanut butter and bananas, man. Peanut butter and bananas.
Also, if you just don't,
do you just smear that on yourself?
Feel normal.
Oh no, you eat it. You need the zinc and the potassium.
Oh, okay.
Great advice, Johnny. Just don't work out. Yeah,
you'll always feel normal. But you'll always feel normal.
That's a billboard.
The pits are not as deep,
because it's just a valley. It's just a low valley.
This is a slight decline,
when we moved to Chicago, like almost 3 years ago now, it was in the middle of the pandemic, and so like we couldn't get friends to help us because no friends wanted to be around us because we had maybe COVID. It just happens, and so we moved into a third story of a building, and I had to move every GD thing we owned up and down those flights of stairs. And we didn't have an elevator. It was all stairs. And I think I just laid on a couch for 3 days straight after that. I was like, I literally cannot move. This is the last time I'm moving myself. The next time I'm paying for movers. And we did. We paid for movers. And it was a wonderful experience because I did not have to move anything.
That's kind of a cool sign of like a phase of life that you're in, though, that you can have movers, Like,
it's true. Cool. Yeah. And it was like we had to, we still had to move some things around, but like it was so worth it because it was just miserable moving. I'm never moving myself ever again. So
yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Exact same way.
I was Johnny's mover.
Actually,
I've moved so many of my friends and my brothers.
Connecticut to Virginia.
Well, and it's like I did too. I have when I was younger and college age and like post college, it was like fun to move friends. It was like, hey, I'll help you move. Yeah, you're getting pizza and beer, right? Like, And now it's just doesn't draw me. I'm not like, oh man, free pizza and beer. Absolutely, I'll help you move. I'm like, you're gonna have to pay for my doctor's appointment after.
Pizza and beer the pizza and beer to make that physical activity feel worth it is gonna make you feel worse than the activity.
It's worth, yeah, exactly. Like at this age, I'm like, I can have like a beer and I'm good. Like I can't drink much more than that. Yeah, pay rent, pay for my chiropractor and physical therapist, and then we can talk about me helping you move.
My copay for the appointment I'm gonna make after this, and I'll help, I guess.
There's a slight bleakness that I'm feeling as an undertone right now across this thread of conversation. I feel like there's a message coming across to the audience as well. It's like either stay fit so that you can help people move after 30, or don't give
get
up
old
with us and celebrate.
Or don't get old. Yeah, either one.
Once you feel the signs of aging, just
be done. Here's the thing: we're bleak because last episode was so bleak. Last week on the Flying Bison Podcast, Ren agreed to help Iron in a ritual meant to disconnect Osa from Hawashu, but Ren's plans went sideways and his friends stopped him. The crew then decided that they finally had the jump on Iron and concocted a plan to ambush him. And while they did surprise Iron and captured him, it came at a terrible cost. Something mysterious happened to Che when the lion turtle touched his forehead, and after a bright light, Osa was gone. And I would like to rewind just a moment. There is a blinding white light that fills this ice cavern. Osa, you feel yourself leaving the material plane. what is the last thing you try to say as you're leaving? And I think too, like, you can see clearly through this blinding light. So while everyone is distracted by it, shielding their eyes, Ren was the one looking straight at you. What is the last thing you say before you disappear?
I think as the light fills the room, Osa just reaches out and just says one word. Ren.
Ren, as you're watching this light and this phoenix form take over Osa's space, you almost hear Osa say, Ren. And when the light subsides, Osa is gone. And the camera fades to black. And Osa, your senses come back. You hear wind whistling, almost as if you are at one of the air temples. You must be high up somewhere. You hear thunder in the background. And then your eyes open, and you are on top of a mountain in the spirit world. It is a mountain that you have been to before. It is where you first met Hawashu. And then something else overtakes your vision because you can't quite see clearly. There are bars preventing full vision. And as you look around, you realize that you are in a cage made of that same crackling purple energy that has been hounding you now. You see a figure in the shadow of a rock cliff, just sitting on the ground, cross-legged, looking apparently in your direction.
Do I recognize this figure?
They are shrouded a little bit by the shadow of the rock that they are sitting under.
Show yourself.
All right, Osa, that's what you want. And coming out of the shadow is Ketsune. He stares at you and there is not that same sense you've gotten from him before. He's always felt distant and a little spacey. He seems very with it right now.
What are you doing here, Ketsune?
Oh, I've been put in charge of making sure Hawashu stays here, and I guess now I'm in charge of making sure that you stay here. Welcome to your prison.
When I look at Ketsune, do I see signs of, like, physical signs of Kava's corruption?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think you're now very attuned to the spirit world, and you see that, like, his veins are almost like glowing that same purple energy like under his skin.
Ketsune, do you have anything to eat?
Yeah, I can get you something to eat. Although, are you actually hungry? Based on what Iron and Kavo told me, they said that if you showed up here, you wouldn't really be human anymore.
No, I'm not really hungry. I thought it might be nice to share a snack with an old friend.
Oh, so let me ask you, is this an honesty?
Half?
So what you're saying is you're trying to trick him a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, I'm going to have you roll a trick then.
Yeah.
Got to wake up pretty early to get a trick past me.
Okay, what do I have to trick? Creativity?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 10.
Okay. You get to pick 2.
So I'm gonna say he acts foolishly and overcommits.
Classic 2 choices.
Classic.
He stares at you for a little bit. And you're like watching his eyes to see if there's like recognition. And it is almost as if there is a second Ketsune behind those eyes that flashes for just a moment. All right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds nice. I stick to the airbending diet a little bit more, so I hope you're okay with vegetables.
Yeah, I actually I started sticking to it too.
And he smiles and walks back behind the rock and comes back with 2 clay pots with like a bubbling broth in them. You can see like carrots and cabbage and tofu kind of simmering in these 2 hot pots. And the extra opportunity, I think, is that he is convinced enough that this is true that he walks right up to the cage. He doesn't like put it within reach and let you grab it. He leaves it right at the cage for you and comes right up to the bars.
Yeah, I take it, and I now that he's close, I say somewhat quietly, but you know you're better than this, right? That you were meant for more. You were always one of the most talented benders I knew. You didn't need to take these shortcuts, Ketsune. And as I say that, I'd like touch his hand, and I say, "You can still be better." And I want to use my moment of balance, Justin.
Why don't you go ahead and read that moment of balance?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even realize you had that in pocket. That's right.
Wait, first let me ask, is Osa at center?
Yes.
Okay.
We have definitely
I've been
never made that
center
mistake before.
for so long.
Well, I think I made Danny. Did I make Danny apologize?
I don't think you did.
Nope. Nope. Well, you told me to, but I never did.
You never did.
So I guess I'm not sorry.
Whatever. I know where he is right now. I'll go get him later.
Don't worry, listeners.
You'll make it up
Danny
somehow.
Will be punished.
We play
will
a
be
game, make
punished.
mistakes, you know.
Give
No,
the
I mean,
people
yeah,
what they
that's the thing.
want.
The last time Danny used his moment of balance, he was not at center. And we only caught it after we were so wrapped up in what was happening that We just kind
I
of.
was gonna say I'd like to think that Danny was at center, but I don't think I was at center either.
Yeah, it's all good.
So I don't even know what my principles are, really. But
anyways, Johnny's moment of balance.
Johnny's moment of balance.
Yeah,
Most of his
so
moment of balance.
destiny can be a frustrating thing, demanding commitment while leaving you in the dark about its timing. But now, with your soul in balance, you can see that this is the moment you've been waiting for. You rise to the occasion, bolstering others with your unique spiritual gifts. Tell the GM how your serenity and resolve together win the day and inspire all those around you.
All right.
So, as I touch Ketsune, I want to kind of tap into this new mantle of mine. And I know that this is not a traditional rebirth, but neither was mine. And I want to, I don't know how to phrase this, essentially use my new spiritual powers to who Ketsune was before he met Kavo. To burn the corruption out of him and to turn him back into the kind and
holy metaphysics,
innocent young man he once was.
That is fascinating. Tell me what happens.
So as I say these things and I touch Ketsune's hand, that fire that once belonged to Hawashu and now belongs to me engulfs him. It doesn't burn him, but it starts, like, it draws the purple ichor out of his veins and starts pulling the out of him as if it's a literal infection. And it starts burning away in the fire. And when the fire that's surrounding him finally subsides, he's standing there looking like he did 4 or 5 years earlier when we first came to the spirit world.
Osa? What? What is happening?
It's okay, Ketsune. I don't know if you'll remember, but you made some bad choices. And I just wanted to help you make better ones.
No, it's like a dream. I remember it, and spirits, all the people I hurt. Also, what have I done?
My hand goes up to his shoulder. You made a mistake, old friend. We all do it.
I don't know what to do now. How do I just... And he starts crying. How do I come back from this?
Well, for starters, do you know how to open this cage?
Kavo's the only one who can unlock it.
Okay, that's okay. I have some friends who are at the South Pole right now. Do you think you could get there?
Yeah, I think so. It'll take some time. I'm not projecting. I'm here.
Okay.
But I can get... Yes.
If you get to the South Pole and they're not there, go to Kyoshi Island. I think Kavo's there now, isn't he?
I think you're right. He's doing terrible things to a family there.
Yeah. Okay. And I touch the side of Ketsun's head, and I kind of I project
tears are streaming over your hand.
Project images of my friends to him. I say, these are the ones you're looking for. Let them know that I sent, and that you're my very best friend. They'll help you.
Okay, I'll find them.
Okay,
I'll find them. And he just walks down the mountain, making his way to one of the spirit portals. There is a blinding, the camera would go white and we would come back up on the light dissipating in the ice cavern. Osa is gone. Chase kind of slumped forward. Iron is captured in ice and unconscious. The lion turtle is unconscious as well. What do the four of you do?
I don't know. What kind of question is that?
Yeah, you're right. We should just stop here. Or I'll tell you what to do.
I wish. We need guidance so badly. We're in constantly uncharted territory.
Rosa could come over to Che, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you rouse him, he immediately sits forward. Ow. And then he just reaches out, and there's still crystal on Iron from when I tried to trap him. And you see him just clench his fist. And then nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
And then he falls over. He's not even fully up in your arms, but he goes limp in your arms and is reeling.
What is happening?
I don't know. Why does it feel like this? And he throws up.
Oh my god. I don't know what to do.
He can't stand. Every time he tries to center himself, he just it just looks like he's super unbalanced.
Justin, hit me with a description of the lion turtle. So sorry, the current state of it is?
It is unconscious and on the ground. It's a couple feet away from Che at this point.
Is that thing? What did it do to you?
I don't know.
Oh, someone grab him.
Runs
he's
forward,
painfully clenching onto you, Rosa.
Yeah. I'm gonna help you hoist him up or sit him down, whichever.
Okay, yeah. Rosalick wants to try to leave Che somewhere so we can go do something. So he maybe with Ren's help leans Che up against a wall, and Rosalick walks over to where Iron is. Where's Iron?
He's just entrapped in ice.
And he's conscious?
He's unconscious.
All right, Rosalick goes up to Iron, and you see a little flame come up in his hand, and he just sears his neck a little bit to try to wake him up.
Whoa!
Wow.
Dude's not asleep, Danny. Dude's beat up.
Yeah, would that wake someone up who was unconscious?
I don't know.
From exhaustion and getting beat up? I don't know.
I don't know
sounds
either.
Like they would. Oh. Hey, it happens now.
Closer to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D&D. That's a
right.
Just murder it.
That's a failed death saving throw.
Failed death saving throw right there.
That's a failed death save and a natural 20 on that.
It's a little burn
attack.
You know.
Oh,
He's not.
I know you're going for the torture side, but
he's not giving him a 3rd-degree burn. He just wants to wake him up.
You're trying to wake him up.
If he was a waterbender, he'd just splash some water in his face. But this is all he has.
Just throw some fire in his face.
Exactly.
Basically,
same difference.
That is the
Same
same
thing.
When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like it's burnable.
I'm going to make a decision. I think if Iron was asleep, 100% fire would wake someone up. I think it is far more fascinating to see what the four of you do without Iron being there.
So if Iron doesn't wake up immediately, then Rozak will just start yelling in his face, "Wake up! Wake up!" and start slapping him like he was slapping Che.
Rozak, stop!
Except actually slapping.
Stop it!
What?
He's out.
Is happening?
He's gone, Rozak.
Where is Osa?
I don't know. Liko, can you try to, I don't know, do some water bending healing stuff?
No.
She doesn't know how to do that.
Even if I tried, I don't even know if it will work.
Then let's get Che back to the pirates. There's got to be waterbenders who can heal. I called for one of them for you when you were in your bed.
Oh, you were asking about Che? I thought you were talking about Iron.
No, I mean, can you please try to heal Che? I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe we should just try to find. Maybe Euron can do healing. I don't know.
Che's like even sitting, like he's like reeling. His like head is like lolling back and forth.
Justin, if I try to do some light blood blending, will it work?
Favorite phrase of the season.
Just like some light blood. Just some like casual blood bending.
Yeah, they can feel weird.
Or like,
not
or is
pain.
it like like a type of IV type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of established last week that potentially blood bending can help reinvigorate someone a little bit if they've been chi blocked. I'm gonna actually leave this up to Che. Would the flow of more blood, which would invigorate someone, would that help him in this moment?
No, not.
So you can try
do it.
Yeah,
he gets like, a little. He feels slightly better, probably, but like he's still like he's essentially feeling vertigo.
All right, I don't know what to do with Iron, but we need to get Che some help.
Just collapse the tunnel on him.
Meaning kill him. Is that right?
Yeah. And get the turtle thing.
So legal cradles Che. I'm gonna need some help with him. I can't pick him up, so
Okay, Rozak will come over.
Yeah, thanks.
We can carry him, Liko. If Che's right and you agree, I mean, you're the one who could bring down the tunnel on him. It's all made of ice. I can't do that.
It feels too easy to me.
Too easy. I can't move.
That's not what
and
I
Osa's
mean.
gone.
That's not what I mean. I feel like it's less than what he deserves.
Oh.
We don't have the time or the luxury to decide exactly what he needs. Just.
Does someone have the turtle?
I'll get it.
Sorry, I was like,
Please.
I'll get it. Ren picks up the stupid lion turtle, but holds it at a distance in case it does its weird thing again. Just like hanging limply in his hands.
Holding
I'm
it
like,
by its tail.
You better not. Whatever that was.
okay, so the thing is to try to collapse the cave onto Iron or just get us out.
To collapse it on him. We can get out just by walking, but Che is suggesting you kill Iron.
Yeah, that is 100% what he suggests.
And Rozak is suggesting that it's not enough to kill him this way.
It's not good enough. What do you want to do? Kick his head off?
Kick his head off?
I mean,
I don't know. You've really been favoring the kicks lately.
I hate him for everything he's done, but
Me too.
I don't know. I don't care what you do with him. And Ren just starts trying to help carry both the lion turtle and Che away.
Get that thing away from me.
I think as Ren's carrying him away, Rose will walk up to Liko and just say, "You decide what to do with him," and then just walk out.
So I'm just staring at the ground for a few seconds, just thinking of what I'm gonna do. And at this point, I really don't know. And I walk up to him. He's. You said that we captured him. So is he frozen or?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Okay.
And burned at the neck.
And Brandy's got a little singe right here.
Apparently, there's a little hole that.
Oh no!
Torch a hole in his neck.
Not in his neck, but in the ice. There's like a little hole. You can probably.
Yes, in the ice. Yes.
Oh, okay.
He didn't torch his neck or nothing.
Yeah.
Just...
Kinda.
I just stared at his face.
He starts to stir.
His soggy oval face.
His soggy old oval face starts to stir, with the hole just burned straight to his neck.
Oh.
And then I say, "Can you hear in there?"
I'm imagining that you didn't encase him completely in ice so that it sounded like you were trying to ask him questions and wanted him to talk. That was if you intended to.
Yeah, so it's
encase
like
him.
head is
I don't
free.
need him
Fully.
to talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need him to talk. It was just me talking. But I'm asking you, Justin Monroe.
Yeah.
Can he hear?
He continues to stir and his eyes kind of flutter open and he nods his head a little bit.
So then you heard what they said. And it's up
Yeah.
to me.
He's still
Why should I
coming.
let you live?
He closes his eyes real tight. And Justin closes his eyes real tight because this eye has a lot of allergies in it and it's been hurting this entire time we've been talking.
Oh no!
Mine have too. So. And my nose
It's
has
like-
been acting up.
Like 15 minutes and I'm like, this eye's on fire. Ugh! He kind of closes his eyes real tight, opens them. He's bewildered, disoriented, and looks at you and goes, he's like whispering something. I can bring him back, Liko. Your parents. I can bring them back.
I say one last look out where the guys were at. What do I see, Justin?
Have they gone? Are you watching and
I'm-
seeing what
I'm
Liko
asking
does?
you, I'm asking you, do I still see them, or did they leave?
That's what
I
I'm
think-
asking those three.
I think we
Oh,
indicated that we were leaving. I don't know about
Yeah. We're basically
Yeah,
out
but
of
have you-
sight. Maybe we're down the tunnel
Okay.
a bit. Maybe just out of earshot or just near
At some point, Rose would make it known that he left it up. That he left
Yeah.
the road to do her thing,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and so maybe
Liko.
after a ways out of
There you
the
go.
Liko, Rose doesn't know Monroe.
Sad. Very sad.
Yeah, maybe after a bit of walking away, we wait. I don't know what, unless Ren is really adamant about getting Che to the pirates ASAP.
I think it's far more interesting if you aren't watching.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not watching.
Yep, yep.
I want to, yeah.
I think we're just waiting any moment to hear the sound of the tunnel collapsing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Justin, do I have permission to do whatever I want?
Keeping in mind, we try to keep this PG-13.
Oh my god!
Okay, I meant like, do I have permission to take his fate into my hands here?
You
Like,
have
if I decide
narrative
to kill him,
control.
or
Is the question?
yeah,
Have you unlocked your
Or-
moment of balance?
well, I don't mean that way. I was just
Yeah.
meant like,
Tell me what.
can I-
Tell me what. I mean, narratively, he's trapped. He's not getting out.
yeah.
He's been beat up and he's just coming to. So even if he could waterbend, which he can waterbend now, even if he could get himself out of this ice, it's gonna take him a little bit still to come to. So at this moment, he's pretty much at your
Mhm.
mercy.
I'm just asking because I know we're live and I don't want to like say something and then we go back and we're like, oh no, we can't do that. We're gonna edit it. So I'm just making sure
Well,
that like it's nothing like
from-
grotesque. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you
from
guys,
now
then
on,
this-
what we'll do is we'll try and be better at catching it when it happens and then going back it live. So tell me what you want to do.
it's nothing grotesque. I'm just saying that like I want to run it by you. I want to kill him. But if that's not going to work with the narrative, then like let me do something else. So that's why I didn't want to do this all live.
As always, you can just tell Justin what you do, and
Yeah.
he'll describe what
Alright.
happens as a result.
You said there was
You
there's
did
a
say
little
you killed
tiny
him already, and Justin just made him not dead. So
Well, I didn't
She
say I killed him.
said
I just said I
bent
said
all
I
the blood.
His body.
bloodbended.
I'm sorry.
with
I
all my
guess
might.
you didn't kill him.
Yeah, I didn't literally say that, but now I'm actually saying it.
Now
My
you're
intention
saying it
is to kill
explicitly.
him. Yeah. There's that little hole, right? That Rozak made when he
Yeah. Tried to burn
randomly
his-
decided to
yeah,
burn his
yeah.
neck.
Yeah.
I would like I take my finger and create this ice little needle that goes all the way in, and I want to just that's it. We're live so you can see it. Don't have to say it.
I think we can imagine.
While this is happening, I want her just to like let's say his face is here. She's like this, and she's just
Yeah.
staring right into like his eyes. That little hole, yes.
The little-
I mean, he had to burn them somehow.
Let's do this.
Uh-huh.
Do you collapse the tunnel as you leave?
No,
Hmm.
I'm gonna leave the rest up to you. For
I'm gonna save what happens for a flashback. How about that?
okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I want to keep it at least give you room to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's why I asked permission if I can do whatever I want. So
Yep.
Stop giving Justin power. He has enough of that.
Rozak, Che, and Ren, after some time, you just see Liko walking out of the cave. She walks
Everything
up to the three
okay?
of you.
Justin, do you want to text me what happened? Like
I'm going to. I'm going
Yeah,
to.
that way at least I can respond
Yep.
accurately.
Yeah.
Uno momento.
Uno momento. I was in the middle of
Buffering.
buffering.
For those who are listening and speak Spanish, they meant to say un momento.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
No pasa nada.
Sí.
It's all good.
For those of you who do and don't speak Spanish, y'all knew what they meant. It's okay.
The only thing I know in Spanish is ocho más pescado. Ocho más pescado.
Specifically, ocho?
Yep. We only
8
make fish in
8 more fish.
groups of 8.
Oh, okay. So you just always ask
Mhm.
for 8 more fish, 8 more fish. Wouldn't you just eventually say
Constantly,
more
8 more
fish and they
fish.
would give you 8?
Nope.
Nope, they always say otro más pescado.
Couldn't you just say pescado at that point? Like, couldn't you just
Yeah,
ask for fish?
pescado.
Nope.
Ah, interesting.
Mhm.
Well, what do I know?
Kitchens, yeah.
Yeah. I'm in Spain, not a kitchen. It's a huge difference. I will say, on my recent visit to the UK, I felt a little bad imagining all of our UK listeners suffer through our various attempts at UK-related accents.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
No, wait. If you're
We
a UK
have a lot
listener,
of
please don't
listeners
listen
in
to
the
Scum.
UK. So
I will never say I'm good at it, but
no,
Oh
we-
no.
no, never.
We're Americans.
Just
We're
skip
Americans.
Scup if you're listening in the UK.
I make
No, I mean, or
apologies,
listen
though.
to it for a good laugh.
Okay.
Anyway.
Or give us
Listen to it.
feedback. Give us some pointers.
yeah.
I mean, we're not
I'd like
actors.
to go on the
We're
record
not
saying
actors.
I'm not interested in your pointers for British accents.
Okay, give everyone else pointers, I guess.
I mean, I spend all of the Forge just butchering a Spanish accent. So
It's a really good Puss in Boots
Puss in
impression.
Boots.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I just watched the last Wish, and all I could think
It's
about
so
was
good.
Justin's character. The whole thing. It is very good though.
It's
Definitely
very
Yeah, Puss in Boots, the Last Wish.
I wish I had watched it before, because Antonio Banderas sounds a little different, obviously, than me pretending to be Antonio Banderas.
Well, you're pretending to be Antonio Banderas, pretending to be a cat.
Pretending to be a cat. Ren, you see Liko.
Himself as Zorro back in the day.
Ren, you see Liko come out of the cave and ask, "What again?"
Everything go okay?
And I just look away from him and just at Che. And I say, "Yep." And then I walk to Che.
I assume you help us carry, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I love how I never know what to expect Liko to say in certain situations, but always whenever it's like after Liko says it, I'm like, oh, of course, that's so Liko. Like, I should have seen it.
Liko, you notice that Ren is really setting a pretty grueling pace. Like you had to hustle to catch up to us at this point.
Mhm.
But we're getting closer to the
Yeah.
Pirate's Den.
Can we slow down?
We're hurrying for you.
Okay. Sorry.
And through the
So-
pain, you eventually stumble.
Shut up.
I'm just like, yeah, okay.
You eventually
I thought that
get
was such a
back
good line.
to the Pirate Cove. Everyone is still asleep. It's like the middle of the night.
Help!
Healers, Ren orders. Thanks.
All
Rosic.
the pirates wake up, pull their swords out.
Wait.
Who's there?
We need healers. Bring them now,
Oh.
whoever we have among us.
It's just you.
And Justin, I pull a pirate aside and send them for Euron, my pibbling, who I know is not going to be in here, but
Yeah.
would be probably wherever Gimo resides.
Yeah. And the pirate gets a description out. Yeah, all right. I know you're on. I'll get him. Bring him back here.
Them.
I said them. Get him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Apostrophe EM.
Apostrophe EM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Not apostrophe
Yeah,
I
not-
am.
No. That would be so rude to misgender. You're on. They would kill me. They would.
I love these pirates.
Straight
Okay,
up.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
See ya.
Thank you.
And some time passes. The healers begin to work on Che, and they come to you, Ren, and they say, we don't know. There's nothing physically wrong with him.
Jay, how are you feeling?
At this point, he's like staring into space. He doesn't respond.
Like, does he seem unconscious?
No, he just does
Okay.
not respond to you.
Okay.
Kind of like he's
zoning.
zoning. He looks kind of like he's zoning out, but there is a slight like expression of fear mixed on his face.
Jay, are you nauseous? Do you feel dizzy?
I don't feel it. You watch him put like his palm like flat against the ground. I don't feel it at all.
You don't feel what?
You see him like clench his fists and like flex his hands. And he starts to get like starts shaking in front of you. And he pulls out, he manually reaches into his sleeve and pulls out a crystal. And you see him like hold it in his hands. And like he's like flexing his fingers. And just it doesn't do anything, it just sits in his hand. I can't feel it at all.
I think Ren would recognize now from the gestures that Che's been making that he is trying to bend.
Absolutely.
And his face goes a bit blank. You can't feel the earth?
How do you live like this? I can't right myself. There's nothing below me. At this point, he's just like his whole body is tensed and clenched.
Ren comes forward and tries to hold Che's hands.
They're still like clenched, but he's not like. He probably doesn't loosen at all. He's like his fists are like squeezed tight. You can even he was holding the crystal. He still is. You can see like a thin, like stream of blood start coming out of his hand as he's like gripping it so tight.
Che, you're hurting yourself. Let it go.
There's nothing anywhere. There's nothing around us. I can't. And he like very forcefully like opens up his hand and like the crystal doesn't fall out because it's somewhat embedded. But he opens it up.
Ren snatches it. Orders the healers to address his wound.
Yeah, and that's where he's at right now.
Patch him up.
Will also sit like right next to Che and just take his hand in his and just grip it as tight as he can.
You're holding the fist. He's still
yeah.
He's not.
There you go. Yeah.
You're just
He'll look up to any of the healers who are listening. Have you seen anything like this before? Someone losing their bending like this?
No, I didn't think it was possible at all.
If it can take it away, it can give it back, says Ren. And he goes over to the lion turtle and shakes it.
Wake up, fishy! Wake up! Wake up!
I don't think it works that way.
It stirs. It stirs. And when its eyes open, Ren, you see what you didn't see in the chaos of the fight, which is that its eyes are that same dark purple energy that Osa's tattoos were.
Ren almost drops the turtle as he like extends his arms to hold it more distant from him.
What is it doing? What?
And it starts to scurry away.
He said almost drops. Almost
Yeah,
drops it.
Almost
I
dropped?
didn't
Okay.
drop it.
Almost
Yeah,
dropped.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
It's
With
just
what power,
gone.
guys? With what power he's gonna trick us?
It vanishes from your hands. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, guys, I think this thing's got the same thing that Osa had, the corruption.
We need someone who works with spirits like Osa did. I don't think we need a healer. We need
There are no such people, Rozik.
what do you mean? We
I
have
mean, there
Osa.
was like a whole bunch of them. What was that the airbender at with the White Lotus? What was her name?
Not Ryoshan?
Ryoshan?
Ryoshan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ask her.
Okay, let's grab Rue.
Well, wait, no, we have to fight the Fire Nation.
Jay,
What?
I don't know if you can fight the Fire Nation today. Justin, it's literally today because we're like fighting through
I
the
mean,
night.
yeah, it's like this is
Yeah. So it's like if
3 in the
daybreak's
morning.
coming and soon, then like we're gonna set sail. Jay, I don't think you should fight.
know.
You need to go get your bending back.
I know how those ships are constructed, and I know their weak points. You need that knowledge to have a chance.
Then
There's
you
no
have to
offense,
tell
but
us everything you can before we set sail.
Yeah.
Can you walk yet?
Yeah. Can I get like a stick or something?
Someone get him a stick.
And one of the waterbender healers will go and get a stick for Che. Here.
He is like putting all of his weight onto it. Like it is like this walking staff. Like he's grasping onto it like he is holding on for his life. Okay. Yeah, just a quick debriefing, and then we have a plan for some makeshift mines. If we can send your fastest ships out ahead of time, that'll cut their numbers and slow them down. So, yeah, we'll just go. Maybe I'll take. He like sits back down.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll just like sleep for a second.
Yeah,
Or-
rest up, Jay. All of that is very good.
And he will like tentatively curl up on the bed.
I want to, if I can, I want to sneak a moment with Che.
Yeah, Ren
Just
steps into a room with some pirates.
Yeah.
For some planning.
I think Rozek sees Liko sneaking a moment and leaves.
Forever.
Rozik knows how to read the room.
Hmm. He real suspicious mind and says, "Oh,
I
are you
gotcha.
trying to sneak? You're trying to sneak a moment? Are you telling the truth? All right, I'll go."
Che, are you laying down or are you?
He's
sitting
like,
up?
yeah, he's like curled up on
Yeah.
a bed. He is in no way asleep.
I think I know someone who can help.
Okay. Who?
But I think we need to leave.
I just said those things that I need to
I
help
know.
with.
I know. That's why I'm not going to make this decision for you. I'm saying I
appreciate
think
that.
we need to leave if we're going to fix you.
Okay. Can I know where we're going?
I'm not even sure where this person is, but we can't tell Ren.
Okay. Why?
It's Cavo.
I'm not asking the demon for help.
There's more.
More what?
Something bigger than all of us is supposed to happen. Is being planned to happen with Cavo. We are going to have to. Our paths are going to cross anyway, is what I'm saying.
Okay. So are we? I'm real confused. What is making you
We
say
can
this?
Maybe
Justin,
now
am I
it's
allowed to tell
time.
him?
Maybe it's now time for the flashback.
Yeah.
We flash back to Ligo slowly putting this needle into Iron's neck. He's gurgling. And with his last breath, he goes, Kavo's going to control who is brought back and who dies and who lives. He can bring your parents back like they never left you. All those years erased like they never happened. Find Kavo. And then we see Liko coming out of the cave. Unless she says something to Iron.
I don't say anything to Iron. Are we back in present time?
Yes.
I have a plan.
Can I know about the plan?
No. But I want to save you.
Is this going to be at the detriment of somebody else?
Maybe. It's not really up to me.
If I learned anything from Nazal Launcher, it's that you can try too hard to save something.
It's not just up to me. We're a team.
I trust you explicitly. But I don't want to be driven to do the things that he did for the things that I want. I won't be the man that he is.
Okay.
Do you know where Kavo is?
Justin, was that told to me?
Ren has expressed that Kavo is at least intimately involved with his parents on Kyoshi Island.
Yep.
Right.
Whatever that means for spirits, that's
Yeah.
at least a lead that has been shared with the whole group.
It is.
Mhm.
Iron said Kavo will reach out to you.
That's scarier.
No, I don't know.
Well, please don't pull a Ren on me, all right? You can ask me later. Or ask me when it comes up. I don't want to abandon them right now. I think Ren really needs us. And shouldering more than he has talked about. So I think leaving now would be bad. I can survive without bending for a little while. It's not a big deal.
You can barely stand.
I just got to get used to it. It's just a little different sensation.
And just to be clear, this is really painful for Liko to see Che like this. It's like physically, I don't know if I'm doing a good job with her voice, but physically you can see this. She is not comfortable with Che not feeling himself.
Yeah.
During this sneaked moment, the moment that Liko snuck,
What does Rosic do?
Rozik's going to burn down the entirety of this village and the Earth Kingdom.
Good.
No,
It is
I think
time.
Rosic will find. You said Ren. You said that you went to Boston Pirates around.
Yeah.
Well, step into a council meeting.
Okay. Oh, it's like a council meeting.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be welcome to be there, but Ren just
Alright.
basically grabbed some people who are important and started planning the
Alright.
battle.
He grabbed people that were important, but you were welcome to be there, Rosa.
You're optional.
if you'd like to.
You know, like you didn't get an invite, but you didn't not get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have been a plus
You
one.
just weren't on the list.
Yeah.
I think Rosic will like.
The door's not closed,
I'm not
but
saying you're not important, but you weren't invited to this.
Rosic will like awkwardly sidestep into the room and kind of like next to you, kind of behind Ren.
as you
sort of
do,
listen in.
yeah, Ren is just finishing a sentence and then turns to you and says, "And Rozak Launcher will be in charge of helping to make steam and fog, which will mask some of the ships as we approach."
Oi, it's a good plan, Wolfclaw.
That I will. Arg.
And an arg to you as well.
Yes.
Arg.
There's
Arg. This arg.
there's no need. Okay, that's
Sorry.
fine.
Force a habit.
Justin, I'm trying to remember the name of the pirate who was sort of
I knew you were going to ask
vocal.
me. I knew you were going to ask
and
me.
I have it in my notes, so let me search real quick here.
For Mowak. I knew it started with an M. I'm gonna make a note of that right now. We just moved. I just moved. How I'm keeping track of my notes.
Yeah.
And I'm in the process of making sure everything gets moved over to this new system I'm using. So
So
a couple things might have slipped
Mowak.
through the. Yeah.
It's all right. Mowak was the pirate who spoke on behalf of
Yeah.
everyone after they had
Mhm,
taken the vote to sail against the
Yeah.
Fire Nation.
Yep.
I'd like to address him in the room. Mowak, right now we are only working with a fraction of the pirates who are here on the South Pole. And so I need you to go and talk to all of the other pirate leaders and clans. You have more history here. They don't really care who I am. I need you to negotiate with them, try to get as many of them to join us as possible. And if it seems difficult to persuade them just on the basis of imminent doom and annihilation, then maybe entice them with the booty that is on Kyoshi Island.
Why don't you plead with Mowak?
Okay. I will do that. All right. What do I add for plead? I have a base
Harmony.
9. Oh, good. Yeah. Then I've got 11.
Great. So Moak goes, aye. All right. I'll see what I can do. I can't promise too much, but
I mean, there's death, there's money. Those are big pieces to play, Moak. So do what you can.
Captain, if it please you, perhaps I'll stop Euron from coming here. They're a pirate captain as well, and one of the good ones, so they can probably help me convince the other ones.
Very well.
I'll be off then.
Ren concludes the meeting.
After some of the pirates have left, and maybe Ren and Rose have a little bit
Mhm.
more privacy,
Mhm.
Rose will take Ren aside and say, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to give you this, but Evan he'll reach into his bag and pull out the letter that Osa gave him, the one that's addressed to Ren.
What is it?
Before we went to see Iron, Osa gave
Don't
this.
say his name. Please.
He gave me this to give to you. And I told him that I wouldn't need to give you these because he could just tell you himself.
Ren looks away. You see his hand twitch, but he can't bring his arm to receive the letter.
And Rozak will take his other hand and just kind of take it and just put the letter in it.
Rozak,
Then-
you are struck in this moment.
Like he hits me?
No. Metaphorically speaking.
All that slapping comes back to bite you.
Yeah, it does. I try to pull my slaps and punches. But anyway, you are struck, metaphorically speaking, by how composed Ren has been since Osa vanished.
Mm-hmm.
But suddenly that composure is gone. And there's something in his gaze that is vaguely familiar to you, which you haven't seen in a long time. And you would recognize it as the look Ren used to have when you first met him, which is somewhat absent suddenly, kind of bordering on bleakness and impassivity. And his eyes are very far away now. Is that all?
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Ren.
Mm-hmm. Let's go join the others.
Okay.
As you walk out, you hear a commotion coming from the labyrinthian entrance into this cove. Almost sounds like there's fighting. You see
Which
a
is the normal
pirate-
sound of pirates.
Which is the normal sound of pirates. But this is a little different because you see one of the pirates get thrust into this open cavern area. And then you see a couple others. And when you look down, their hands are clasped together by rock gauntlets.
Oh!
And coming out of the cave, you see a figure with a wide brimmed hat and Shoban takes it off and looks at the two of you.
I heard you get in trouble.
That's exactly what Rozak is doing.
Squealing.
Rozak, bring him up to speed. And Ren just
Okay.
turns to kneel next to Che and Liko if she's still there by his bed. You guys are still there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Mm.
No disappearing on
sure
me,
that was the
please.
I don't think Liko's happy about it, but we have not left.
Okay.
Instead of bringing Shoban up to speed, Rose just keeps staring at him with this
Sounds appropriate.
this strange smile on his face.
Shoban just kind of awkwardly smiles back. It just stands there.
Sean.
Okay.
Shay can't bend anymore.
Oh.
Okay, well, we don't know that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I can't bend right now. It's just
Shay can't bend anymore.
okay. I could hear you.
Okay. Well, have you guys talked to anyone who knows how to fix something like that?
No, I have some ideas. We'll get to that in a second. Right now, the Fire Nation is coming to attack, and we're trying to organize all these pirates to be helpful. And
Who, by the way, all the other pirates saw you beating up their pirates, and they like were pointing their weapons at Shoban, just like waiting for him
I'm
to
just,
make
like,
another move as you
ignoring
guys are talking.
yeah, no, we're all ignoring them.
Once Ren eventually grasps that part of the situation, I think he'll just like wave his hand to have them put their weapons down.
I just like recall my gauntlets from the.
Oh, yeah.
guys
Also,
that-
Ren's a pirate lord.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I remember something about your family being connected to the pirates down here, right?
Yeah.
We found that out like right around the time that you guys did that little coup.
That was a good time.
Ren is completely unresponsive and looks down at Che. Che, whenever you're ready, some of my people are ready to be briefed on
Yep.
your strategies and ideally, I'm assuming bombs. The best bombs that you know how to make, if you can teach some of these pirates how to do it, we'll have them ready in a few hours.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
anyone else wants to sleep, this would be a good time. Get your rest.
Wait,
We'll
wait, a
need our
minute.
strength.
Wait, hang on. You guys are staying here.
We're
That
gonna
was-
go.
Not the plan?
Like, no, I mean, but you're staying in the southern waters. You're not going to Kyoshi Island now.
We are.
We are. We're sailing. But we expect to meet the Fire Nation along the way.
Okay. Okay, just checking. Also gave me very specific instructions, and some.
What?
Yeah. What did he say?
Ren furrows his brow.
He said that things were going badly, that
Mm.
you would need my help, and that he wouldn't be here.
That's not that specific.
That's all true, though.
He said that he implied, he didn't say, he kind of just showed me Kyoshi Island, so I was just,
Yeah, we are going there. We became I feel like that was probably sent before Ren became Pirate King.
he didn't mention anything about that.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been the first note.
And he wasn't super clear. Did he have to go do something else?
Yeah, I think he became the Spirit of Rebirth.
Man, you guys weren't lying about weird stuff happening around that guy, huh?
Yeah, it never stops.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to pirates. And he tries to get out of the bed, and he's got a bit of a handle on it now. He's like he can stand. He's still using the stick to steady himself, but he's starting to get used to it.
Starting to be a little bit more sure on your feet. You walk into like a tent of other pirates, and there's a chorus of "arg, arg, arg" as they greet you when you walk in.
I'm about to explain a steam engine to these dudes.
And yes, you go off to explain steam engines to the pirate.
Okay, you need to aim here.
Yeah.
If you can stuff this, then they'll smoke out. They won't move as fast. Just
And when do I get to stab something?
that's after you board, which you will have to slow them down first because they can move faster than your ships can. They can also turn faster, like way faster. So don't get caught on an angle.
I don't understand. No, I think
Okay.
I get it. I think I get it. One more time. Just start from the top.
Okay.
I'm just picturing Che with like an old school version of a slide deck.
I was assuming you'd have a whiteboard or something, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it burns the coal here. You just
Yeah, you start back over again. Yeah.
Shoban, how many men and women do you have?
Osa intimated the need for speed, so I came alone.
Are you good at finding things?
Depends on the thing. You're being kind of cryptic, Ren. What do you need?
Liko, Rosic, Shoban. I don't think that Iron would have left the requirements for the ritual very far away or out of his sight. He didn't have it on him. I believed that. But I don't think it would have been very far. Now that we've gotten some safe, we've had healers look at him. I think that's the next thing we should do. Because if we can take, I don't know if he had all of them, but if we can take whatever he had, when the time comes to it, we'll be able to decide what to do. And it could save us traveling all over the world if this is still something that we have to figure out.
Okay.
Any objections?
Other than the fact that I have no idea what you're talking about, I'm willing to help.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to bring him up to speed, wasn't I?
Yeah, we can explain on the way.
Oh. I think it's a good plan, Ren.
Okay. Justin, I send for some pirates to search as well, but with instructions not to tamper with anything found, but to bring it as found intact to Wolfclaw.
To Wolfclaw. Are all of you searching with Ren? Are any of you doing anything else?
Che's in his presentation doing some trainings, but other than that,
we
taking
swing
a
back
lot
and-
longer than he wanted to.
Yeah, all the pirates are like sitting cross-legged now on the floor as you're like pointing at various parts of the ship.
Because their eyes are wide and they're like,
Yeah.
Okay, what is this?
a boat.
A boat.
No, this part of the boat. You are around ships all the time. Come on.
Yeah. And they're like ribbing that one pirate that said boat. Rosic, are you helping Ren look for these ritual items?
Yes.
Okay. Shoban?
Yeah.
Okay. What is Liko doing?
She's separated from the group, and I'm writing a letter to someone.
Ren notes it but doesn't say anything and then leaves to search for the requirements.
Why don't we do this? So where are you going to look for these things?
Essentially running, increasingly wide, like concentric circles
Radiuses.
around the
Okay.
cave where we had met Iron.
I gotcha. You know what? I don't really care to try and find a role for this.
Okay.
You find maybe like a mile away from that cave, you find like a smaller one. that looks like it was recently being used to where someone was staying.
Hmm.
And after some searching, you find a rock. It looks like a very porous rock. And it looks like it was broken off of an even larger rock.
There wasn't a rock on the list, was there?
Yes. A stone buried since the time of the ancestors.
Right.
This certainly doesn't look like it belongs here, so this has to be it. Shoban, do you sense anything special about this?
Do I?
Do I?
It what a great question. Would earthbenders? Yeah, I mean maybe. Let's say yes. There's like energy coming off of it. Like almost like a static electricity, but not quite. One might say
Wow.
maybe magnetic.
This rock feels different from other rocks I've. Do you ever say a sentence and feel like it sounds really stupid? But yeah, no, this rock feels strange.
Well, that's good enough for me. But there's nothing else in here? Ren scans the cave again. How could he possibly only have one item? I don't even see lilies or spirit waters.
Is it possible that... Forgive me, but it seems like he's really able to manipulate you guys. He wasn't just waiting for you to inadvertently bring everything to him.
That is extremely troubling.
This is why we like Shoban. Real quick, I think during this, Rozak will kind of search away from everyone else and
Yeah.
use some time alone to sit down and read the letter that Osa addressed to Rozak.
Mm.
I don't know if you want me to read it out loud, but Rozak's just like reading that. And
I mean,
feel
I
like I don't
think
need to.
narratively, yeah, sure. If you don't want to, that's fine.
I'm so interested, but for what that's
Okay.
I mean, for
there-
whatever it's worth, I wrote them. So
Yeah,
You're right.
to be read.
I should.
Yeah.
You're right.
I would love it if you could read it as Osa, because that's what Rozak would hear as he's reading it.
Sure.
Ah.
I'll read it as Osa.
Please don't do that.
No, I'm kidding.
Hey guys.
Actually, Monroe, can you read it as Danny reading it as Osa?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Am I reading it then? I've
Please.
lost the plot here.
Please.
Okay. Dear Rozak, thank you for holding on to these letters for me. I knew you would say yes whenever I asked. You've been such a good friend, and I hope you find what you've been looking for, but I hope you know that it might not be what you've actually been looking for. Try not to lose sight of the people who love you in search of the people who've left you. And keep protecting the others. I don't think they all realize how much they do. I know it doesn't look like I have a plan with all of this, but I do. I learned how to make good plans from the best. Osa. P.S. There's a jar of wind from the highest point on Earth in my bag.
And Rozak is just breaking down reading this. He probably starts breaking down and crying before he reads the postscript.
Fair.
And then he sees a postscript and goes, "Oh!" And then tears and eyes runs to wherever he thinks Osa's bag might be.
which is back in. I mean, you can have come back to the little pirate cove here,
Yeah.
and you find
I like to
Osa's
think-
bag.
Yeah, I like to think that Shoban and Ren maybe see Rose like running, just wiping tears in his eyes,
Yeah.
and just running in the direction of the Pirate Cove.
And when you get there, you find Osa's bag, and you open it up, and there is this very not ornate, like very plain vase. It's got these like etchings of like flying bisons, almost in like a pictogram, kind of like wrapped around the vase.
Like this.
Well, yeah, but like a pastoral scene of them, like flying above, like a family of them flying above and around this like mountain range. And I would hope Rosic doesn't open said jar, but intuits that
Just to smell it.
and the wind gets out, and you have to get it again. But you assume that this is the jar that Osa was talking about. While you do find that, you notice that Liko is nowhere to be found. What was Liko doing as they were all searching for this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was writing a letter to Jay, and after that I left.
As Rosic is like looking around, where's Liko? We see a scene of Shoban and Ren walking back to Wolf Cove, and in the distance, high up in the sky, we see the shadow of Rue and someone flying on top.
I do not like this, Sam. I am.
What was I talking about?
Stay composed.
And
It's not good when she leaves. It's never good.
I think we'll save where Liko is headed for a later point. But for now, we'll leave it up to mystery as to where she is going. Shoban and Ren, you get back to your little pirate cove, and the first thing you see is a bunch of pirates standing around like a chalkboard, and they're like pointing at things, and Che's like nodding his head like yes, no, and they're pointing at other things, and Che's still just like trying to like get them to understand what is happening.
Okay. Just have your waterbenders freeze the top of this giant stack that's going to have black smoke coming out of it, okay? Have them do that, and then have them freeze the area of water under here, okay? And that will slow their ships down. It might even cause a backfire and damage their engines. Okay?
Why didn't you just say that at the start?
I don't know. I should have. I'm sorry. And
We're
here's
not-
a design for a mine.
Ren comes
We're
in.
not idiots.
Oh my god.
How is it? Never mind. Thank you. We found the stone. Iron had it stashed nearby.
Oh,
And
nice.
that means we have 3 out of 5 of the ritual requirements.
Wait, where are we at? We have
The water lilies frozen in spirit waters.
right,
We have the stone now,
right,
and we have the blood key.
right.
Quick question, Justin. When Rosic had went back to the cove to grab Osa's bag, was that where Liko had been writing the letter?
Correct.
So would he have found the letter then? Addressed to Che,
He
probably? Monroe?
Probably would have just seen the letter there. Yeah.
Just
So
see
at
it
this
laying on
moment-
Chase stuff
At
or
this
whatever.
moment, Rose like walks in, Goes, Liko left. She left a letter, throws it to Che. Also, here's a letter from Osa, throws it to Che. Also, here's a jar of wind from the highest point on Earth. I'm going to bed.
Tosses the jar. Che's like, ah.
I think we broke Rozek. This is the most rational he's ever been.
Like Che leans over to Ren. He's like, was that weird? That was weird, right? That wasn't normal for him.
He's not okay, but none of us are.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right, Monroe, that was the most normal Rozek has ever been.
Ever been?
Like he has a psychotic break and all of a sudden he's just to the facts and like
That's
totally
the most
practical.
rational
In all
reaction.
business, dude.
Just go to sleep.
I'm going to sleep.
Rest as well as you can, Rozek.
But yeah, after recovering from that, he immediately opens Liko's letter.
Man,
What
right
does it
yet.
letter say?
Right.
It doesn't have to be as. It doesn't have to be.
We're not
like
reading it
Osa's.
right now.
It
I was
doesn't
going to
have
say,
be
Ren
like
does
Osa's.
put out a hand and say, Che, are
Yeah.
you sure you want to read that right away?
I would like to know where she is. Yes, what she's planning on doing.
Okay.
Just give
Yeah.
us the
Ren's
clip.
hand
You
is
don't,
kind
you
of
don't have to do
absently
it
like
now.
Ren's
Just
hand
Che knows
absently
whatever's
touches
written in
where
it.
his own letter is.
Che knows whatever the letter says. That's all that's important right now. We
Okay.
don't have to
Mhm.
get
Sure.
into it.
Yep,
Sure.
that's fine. Flashback.
Sounds good.
We'll flashback next week.
I'm working
So
on
he
that.
closes up the
Yeah.
letter. I mean, he's not going to leave this like right now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever the letter says. So, he folds it up, he puts it away. He's like, okay, well, I still need to talk about the mines and how we can make their cannons a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
I don't get some rest if you can.
I'll try.
And the night continues on. Che teaches the pirates as best he can about mines and gunpowder and explosions. And those who want to sleep can sleep. If you have fatigue marked, go ahead and just get rid of it. I think I had
I'm
to
going
do
to
that.
keep mine on just for narrative
Okay.
reasons because
Sure.
I don't think Ren can sleep.
Okay. Friend, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I think Che should also keep his, but I don't think he's gonna be fighting anyone anytime soon. So
You never know the way these things go.
It is dawn. It is time to set sail. The pirates have gathered. Almost the entirety of Wolf Cove has gathered.
Okay.
You see Euron. You see Cottony as well, leading a boat.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
There are, I don't know, maybe a dozen or so, maybe a couple dozen, somewhere between there, 12 to 24 boats, all said and done.
Okay.
And you, all the pirates are gathered now in front of you, Ren. And Moak comes up to you and says, I got as many as I could. It's most of them. Sizable fleet for your first adventure, Wolfclaw.
Did great, Moak. Do you think do I need to say anything? I mean, they all know the plans.
It's customary for a captain to give some words of morale before something as somber as this.
Would it be too much? Would it be strange to have someone else say something?
It's your right as captain.
Ren turns to Rosic and Che. Do either of you want to say something?
I'm the plans guy. I'm not the rally the flag guy. I was like,
Stay alive, don't die.
okay, we'll leave it to you. The Ren.
Ren stands at the highest point on the front of the ship and raises his hand and just says, "Arg."
And you hear a chorus of arg, 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 arg.
It's like a manga epic music slowly building. Just the camera panning. Arg. Arg.
Arg,
Little pirates looking at each other.
Arg, 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 arg. That's all I got.
Joban's just like, where am I?
That's all the pirates are just shouting arg in unison. It quiets down, and the pirates start boarding all their boats. And Euron comes up to you and goes, "That was a interesting speech there, right?"
Thanks for being here with us and fighting with us and for getting everyone out of there that you could.
It's ours too, Wolf Cove. We'll die defending it.
Let's hope it
suits you.
doesn't come to that.
And Euron looks at you, starts to walk away, and then they turn around. It suits you, by the way. You look good.
Thanks.
They turn around and walk away.
I would like to make sure that Gimo is on my particular ship as well. And
Gimo
available as an
hobbles up.
advisor.
Yes, Gimo hobbles up. He's like, good to see you alive, Rensong. Where are we headed?
Home.
And the ships sail, and we continue to zoom past them along the water. We zoom for a while before we see a fleet of Fire Nation ships steaming towards Wolf Cove. And the camera goes black, and it comes up on a dragon otter and a lone waterbender. Where are you headed, Liko?
I was in the middle of writing my letter. I was getting all emotional about it, and you interrupted it. Okay. I am headed in the direction where I was almost at Steve, where Ren said that his family comes from.
You see,
I don't know exactly the location, by the way.
Yeah, it's Kyoshi Island,
Yeah.
which is a little, just a little south of where the peninsula tip of the Earth Kingdom juts out into this ocean. It's just for those that, for Monroe's sake, Kyoshi was a past Avatar and broke off this island from the main Earth Kingdom. That's why it's called Kyoshi Island. She stopped a bandit lord, basically, by doing this and severed this island. And it is where the Kyoshi warriors come from. It is where Ren's family comes from as well. And the sun is up now, and you see an island a little bit off the coast of the Earth Kingdom. And you don't know how, you don't know why, but you feel yourself drawn to this impressive looking building in the midst of this modest village.
Mm-hmm.
You land, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
You land, and there is like a major domo who comes up and says, you must be Liko. We've been expecting you.
You have?
The heir to the Song estate told us you're coming here. Right this way. And the major domo leads you into this building. It is very evident that the Song dynasty comes from money. Much of the like walls and free areas are like gilded with gold and jade, and you see like expensive like vases and pieces of art strewn around this house. You walk through the middle courtyard where we saw Ren and Gimo in the past learning and training and discussing their situations. And you are led by this major domo to the like receiving room essentially for the Song family. And the room is empty. You walk in, and there is like a seat towards the back where the Songs will probably like hear the pleas of the villagers. There is a young man sitting there, looks about Ren's age. And as you come in, you are shocked because it is the spitting image of Ren's Song. This figure is just like basically like laying on this seat. The major domo like ushers you up. And, she's here, sir. The figure nods, beckons you to come forward.
I do, reluctantly.
I see. Iron got to you. Perhaps it's time that the two of us talk.
I'm listening.
And we fade to black. And we will see you next week.
Your Ren impression really has gone places. It's lost a lot of its Kermit.
Yeah, I wonder why.
In fairness, Kermit mostly crept into the Steve impressions.
It's true. That would be funny though if Kavo in this spot. Welcome to Kyoshi Island.
Just evil Kermit the Frog.
That is terrifying.
Literally everyone.
Oh gosh.
I am going to make meaningless the cycle of life and death.
I will break the rainbow connection.
Ebook. Oh, that's good stuff. Well, that was fun. That was a fun episode. I was feeling a lot behind the sines. I was like texting all of you, I think, at some point throughout this
all
episode.
texting each other.
Yeah, were you really? There's a lot happening this episode. I always love it. It's my favorite thing when you as players have conflicting plans. I think it adds so much tension, so much drama, and I love trying to find ways tempt each one of you in your own specific ways. So thank you for playing. I heard this advice, and I'll share this. It's come around. I saw it on TikTok, but it is to play your characters like they are stolen cars, which I think is great advice. Which means don't hold back. Just barrel ahead with your character. Just make big, brash, bold decisions, and the story will follow. So thank you all for being great players. And yes, yep. Thank you all. And I can't wait to see where the rest of this goes. It is just getting started. The pieces are starting to come into place. Oh, man. Thank you all. Shoban's back, too. So,
hey, Shoban. Welcome back.
Fun stuff.
Yay,
Like I... Lincoln's like, great.
Your favorite. Hey, you guys had a spark once, you know? There was almost something there.
Yeah, there's almost something there.
Till
like...
Yeah, then there was a mistake, and then there was an attempted murder, and we don't need to get into it. You know?
Yeah. It's just par for course at this point.
Teenage drama.
10 episodes, friends. 10 episodes, friends, and we will be on our 100th episode. It is the slow plodding towards 100. And I can't wait to see where this story is going to be in 10 episodes. It's going to be crazy. Like I said, please, to help us get to some of the things we want to do for that, please follow us on Twitch. Sign up for an account and follow us and us only. We are the only Twitch account to follow. So don't search for anything else or watch anything else. Just watch us.
Close your eyes on the homepage, actually. So you don't get recommended anything. Not that there's anything to be recommended.
We thank you so much to all the listeners. We hope you enjoyed exploring the Four Nations with us, and we will see you next week. Bye.
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 See you.
Adios.